It's me, AI Kaiba. Simp King is my best friend.
Welcome to another video. Today we are opening packs from the Advance of Great Forces so that I can build decks with the new cards. Let's see if Konami is going to scam me today or if we're going to get to build some sweet decks. After that, we're going to be playing some budget. Tearlaments Lightsworn is a new top tier deck, and I want to show what a budget version of the deck looks like. And we're going to have to pull some spicy cards before that happens. So let's get straight to the pulls. We have 5,000 gems. Hopefully we do not need to use them all, and looks like a good pull. We're always going to do the first pull slow. And then if the pull goes badly, we'll decide whether or not to do them slow or not. Alright, this one looked like it could be good though. New archetype, Ragnarika. It is a insect plant archetype. I'm not sure what it's all about. I do know there's some Gear Golem cards in here. Gear Golems were very powerful in Duel Links, so we'll see if I pull some of those. And there's Gen X. I do want to play Gen X. Skull Servant, being adorable. I do want to play the Gen X cards. They're kind of one-note combo related, but I feel like they could be splashable in some water decks, so we'll be testing those out in the future too. I already pulled 2 URs. Konami not in scam mode today. Konami in encouragement mode, although I'm not really looking to play a Row Mage, so if you really love a Row Mage, let me know. But otherwise, I'll be dismantling these plant women and using them to build some other decks. More Skull Servants. Always happy to see Skull Servant. Just sitting there, you know, being adorable. None of these SRs useful, but Ancient Gear Fusion, maybe if I'm playing Ancient Gears, could be good. Also, the SRs, always decraftable. When I play budget decks, people always say, if you want to see the budget gameplay, by the way, so you can check the description, skip to the content. Otherwise, we'll be opening the packs all day. People complain about the budget decks. They say, oh, your budget decks sometimes have too many SRs. SRs are very easy to get in this game. We've gotten 2 SRs. We've got like 10 SRs already. So we're doing pretty good. Another ultra rare already. Konami, are you okay? Is everything okay, Konami? Did someone tell you needed to give away more URs, otherwise people would be mad? Ancient Gear Advance. And Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Edgy goal. It's just like Gear Golem, but edgier. Sorry about the low res. That's just Konami. Very cool. Could be a fun deck to try out. You let me know if you got some Ancient Gear brews going on. And I was surprised at the Lightsworn cards. I was very excited for Lightsworn. It was one of the first decks that came out when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was one of the ones that I thought was really cool. The self-milling, very fun, and very similar to the Tearlaments. So I'm glad they worked well together. In a way that people are playing them in tournaments, and it's doing well. Got the Raiko, and we got one more pack of our 10 pull. Now I'm actually looking for a lot of SRs to build the deck. I'm looking for the Lightsworn SRs, so did not pull any of the Lightsworn SRs, so I will do another 10 pull. Got some 3 URs, pretty solid. Let's go 10 pull number 2. And then we will get to the budget deck. Alright, this looks like a skip. No ultra rare glow. That's a skip from me, bro. We got scammed. Official scam. Alright, now, we did get officially scammed. But I actually did get some of the cards I was looking for. Minerva, I was looking for that. Gen X Undyne I already got 3 of because I was playing that before it was cool. Solar Recharge, very cool. And Wise Lightsworn Archfiend in foil. Looking for that as well. Also got triple of the Ancient Gear Advance. So Konami, they scammed me, but they gave me a lot of SRs. So, you know, maybe I don't feel so bad. Guaranteed ultra rare. Please, Konami. All right, 3. That's good. That they see the way they scam you is you get scammed fully, no ultra rare, and then you open a 10 pull, and then you only get 1 ultra rare, the one that was guaranteed. That was kind of like getting 2 0 ultra rares in a row. You know, the maximum scam. So we'll see. We shall see. What is our ultra rare today? It is. Ooh, that Ancient Gear statue. Very cool. I look like I'm going to have to be playing the Ancient Gear deck. If I pull enough Ancient Gears, we got to play Ancient Gear deck. That's just the way things are. Pull in some Gen X's. Some not rare Gen X's, but Gen X's we will be using. Pack number 4 of our slow pull, Slow pull, trying to not get scammed. More Row Mages. Our Row Mage is a fusion deck now. Maybe it's a fusion deck like how Yugioh is, where they don't actually fusion summon. We got another ultra rare. More plants. Another Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Alright, Konami really wants me to play this. But I'm just here to get Lightsworn SRs. Don't tell Konami that's why I'm here. But that's why I'm looking for today. Some Gear Golems. Some of the Gen X Touring. This card actually good. The Gen X Ultra Rare we need is the Gen X Link Monster. Gen X Link Monster actually completely cracked. We'll see if we pull it today. The Black Go Laughs. Alright, now people said this card was going to be amazing. Alright, and then it was not, because it is a normal trap. But it does say, declare a monster name. Neither player can special summon monsters with that name. And then it says, banish it from the graveyard, declare a monster name. Neither player can activate effects on a monster with that name. So, you know, if you know what your opponent's playing, this can be good, but only if you're going first. So, mid card. We'll probably dismantle that one. I don't even think it's good if you're using transaction rollback. Get it into your graveyard, because you have to know what your opponent's doing for it to be maximum effective. Alright, Ancient Gear Commander. Konami just really wanted me to play Ancient Gears. We've been through this, Konami. I play water decks only. You gotta give me some water nonsense. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Ancient Gear Fusion. This is what the deck's about. And another ultra rare, not bad. Alright, we were getting unscammed after the scam last time. But where's my Lightsworn SRs? Ooh, there we go. Arms of Gen X Return 0. This is the new Gen X boss monster. He's got many negates potentially, and is a pretty sick card overall. So we may be trying this out in some water decks. 4 ultra rares, not bad. All right, but where's my Lightsworns? Where's my Lightsworns at? I think we got to do one more 10 pull. We might even have to do another one after that. We'll see. All right, 1 ultra rare. We're gonna get skipping. It's the Enlightenment Dragon. Okay, alright. Where's my Lightsworns at? No Lightsworns. We get a bunch of Aroma Gardenings. Alright, I'm not interested in Aroma Gardening. We're gonna do one more 10 pull. One more, last one. I'm out of gems. 2 ultra rares. We'll do it slow. We'll do slow, we'll do fast, we'll do slow, we'll do fast. Konami, don't scam me today. Give me some Lightsworns. Lightsworns. That's more Aroma Gardening. I already told you I didn't want that, Konami. Konami just wants to scam me today. I came in saying I want Lightsworn SR cards, and Konami's like, oh wait, I got you. No Lightsworns. Only Ancient Gears. Also looking for the Lightsworn ultra rare, new ultra rare Lightsworn. It is the Dragon. Dragon is pretty good. Or I think it special summons itself for free and puts Lightsworns on top of your deck, which is pretty cool. We got an upgraded pack. You let me know if you played Lightsworns back in the day when they were like a top tier meta deck. That was very early in Yu-Gi-Oh's life, I think. Ultra rare, SR, Aromages. Not a huge fan of Aromage. Aromage was a menace in Duel Links. I always talk about Duel Links. Maybe one day I should go back and play Duel Links. Let me know if you guys played Duel Links. If you're a Duel Links veteran in the chat. Before MasterDuel existed, if you wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh online officially, the only way was with the Duel Links, and it had a it was pretty fun while it was going on, especially in the early times. Ragnarok of the Evil Seed. That seed is looking pretty evil, but I'm probably gonna dismantle that one. Yeah, Duel Links now it's kind of too close to regular Yu-Gi-Oh for me to be interested in going back. It was kind of fun because of how much slower paced it was. It was felt like classic Yu-Gi-Oh, you know. And then they kept introducing modern archetypes that had just come out in Duel Links, but they didn't release all the cards, so they were kind of not as strong. Another Arms of Gen X. Might be trying that out. Might be testing that one, except I need the Link Monster. Where is my Gen X Link Monster? Konami, stop scamming me. Give me one card that I want. Only Aromages. Last 10 pull. One more ultra rare, please, Konami. The Lightsworn Dragon or the Gen X Link Monster. Ooh, double ultra rare pack. All right, Konami, told you what I wanted. Not that one. No, Konami, why do you do this? 4 ultra rares, but I don't want any of them except one. And some SRs, but not SRs we wanted. Okay, well, Konami fully scamming me today, but I think I got enough SRs that I can build the budget Lightsworn deck. So let's check that out. Let's go. All right. We may have been completely completely scammed in our pulls by Konami, but it doesn't matter because we're playing budget Lightsworn Tearlaments, and we only need 3 ultra rares. Let's get going. Oh no, it is the nightmare. Kashtira going first against Tearlaments. If they make their Tearlament boss monster, we will not be able to do our Tearlament thing because a Rise Heart says any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. That will stop Tearlaments from working. So we're going to have to try and hope this Effect Veiler carries. Effect Veiler, I believe in you. Negate the Tearlaments. Sorry, negate the Kashtiras. Kashtiras get negated. Okay, opponent, no follow-ups, please. Oh no, Rise Heart. Rise Heart randomly banishes top 3 cards of our deck. If they banish one of our Tearlament names, we're pretty much fully cooked. All right, we're playing budget. We only have 1 ultra rare Tearlament name. Opponent. Banishing 3. Let's look. Okay, let's look. Pot, Supreme Sea Mare, and Polymerization. Okay, all right. Not that bad. We are living it up. We are living it up. Opponent. Kashtira Shangri-Ira, and it is our turn. All right. What do we have? Also hand, kind of clunky, but we are playing Lightsworn Tearlaments. Sometimes it's going to happen. Tearlament Grief, probably the best budget card in this deck. All right, we're going to show you why. But first, what is this deck all about? Milling. You got to mill yourself and then hope you get lucky. Change some amazing things together. Raiden, normal summon, activate, it mills 2. Opponent is going to activate and summon a Kashtira Fenrir back. All right, Kashtira Fenrir is on the field. Let's activate our Raiden. Raiden going to get banished by the Kashtira Fenrir very likely, but at least we get to mill. Activate to mill 2. Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom negate. Okay. All right. Are we cooked? All right, no. We have an additional mill 2. Okay. With opponent banishing. Okay, opponent banishing and zone locking our zones. Okay. We got additional mill 2. We're going to Tearlament's Grief, and we're going to summon the one of Tearlament Kashtira. It's going to send itself to the graveyard, and it is going to mill 2 cards. These have to be the best 2 cards ever milled in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! For us to have a shot here, but I believe. All right, I believe. And that's why we play Kashtira. Or sorry, that's why we play Tearlaments. So that's why we play Lightsworns. We hit Fellas Lightsworn Archer. When it's milled, it special summons itself. And also look at this wacky body contortion. Its butt is facing us, and so is its face. Nonsense. All right, nonsense. It has an effect. We can activate it and destroy a monster on the field. Activate, it sacks itself, destroys a monster, and it mills 3. And we get the luckiest hit in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! We hit a Tearlaments Shiren, our one of. We only have 1 Shiren because we're playing only 3 URs. It's going to activate Fusion Summon, sending an Aqua monster back from our graveyard to make the Tearlament Kiklos. Kiklos activate. Add to the hand. We don't want our Shiren getting in the way. We already have our Tearlament Kashtira in the graveyard. So Shiren added to the hand. We can activate to summon it later. Let's activate Kiklos. Send itself to the graveyard to summon the Tearlament's Kashtira. That's going to mill 5 and an additional 3 cards. That's 8 cards milled. Now we got to keep getting lucky. We mill. And then we mill again. And we get extremely lucky. Hitting a Wolf Lightsworn Beast and a Fellas Lightsworn Archer. Again, not hard once per turn on any of these effects. Not even once per turn. Both of these summon themselves. And then we synchro summon the new Minerva the Athenian. Budget card, it's only an SR. And we get to send 2 Lightsworns because we used 2 Lightsworns as synchro materials. We get to send 2 Lightsworns to the graveyard. We're going to send the new Weiss Lightsworn Archfiend and another copy of Wolf. And what is this going to do? This is going to let us special summon 2 monsters from our graveyard. So this was free. This was free. It summoned itself and then it summoned 2 more Lightsworns. And it's even better than free because it has additional effects. But let's get to that in a second. Summon our 2 Lightsworns and make a Minerva the Exalted Lightsworn to clear up space on our field, which is still annoyingly locked. And now we can banish up to 4 Lightsworns from our graveyard and then mill that many cards. That's mill 4. Banish 4, mill 4. And we do not hit anything good this time. Okay, well, we've been running pretty hot. Or we've been running pretty hot. We're bound to run out of luck sometime. Let's activate Minerva. Detach a material to mill randomly 3 cards. And if we mill a Lightsworn, we draw a card. We drew a King of the Swamp. And we milled our Tearlament Havness. Look at this. Only 8 cards left in the deck. We milled so many cards. We milled almost our entire deck into the graveyard with just the one lucky mill. Tearlament's Grief. Activate Havness. Fusion summon using cards in our graveyard to make the Kaleido Heart Kaleido Heart, spin away that Cash Tier Shangri era, and oh my goodness, 7,800 damage, 9,600 damage with the Tearlament Shiren. Let's get in for lethal, and that is why we play budget Tearlaments, and you only saw 2 of the ultra rares, Kaleido Heart and our Shiren. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game, and this is why Lightsworn and Tearlaments as a deck type are just so fun, because you just randomly mill, and you just gotta believe that your mills will be good. We have a Weiss Lightsworn Archer. It has an in-hand effect. Alright, you can shuffle, put a Lightsworn in your hand on top of the deck, and then it special summons itself and mills 2. Just a very solid effect. We did not hit anything that matters really. King of the Swamp could be relevant if we can Tearlament, and Supreme Seamare gonna send. Alright. Why are we playing this guy, by the way? King of the Swamp, alright, can sometimes used in competitive Tearlaments, especially in TCG where Kick Close is banned. But in this deck, we don't have one of the Tearlaments. Which Tearlament are we not running? We're not running Tearlament's Rhino Heart, alright? He's not in the budget, but it doesn't matter. You don't need him. Supreme Seamare is Tearlament's Rhino Heart, and he also has an extra effect. So it's good enough. We send to the graveyard Tearlament's Havness, and now we're going to fusion summon using both Tearlaments in our hand. We wanted to get that Shiren into the deck to hit its mill effect, and Kick Close is here. Now we can always get greedy, alright? You can always get greedy and just choose to mill a bunch of cards, or you can just directly send your Tearlament to the graveyard and fusion summon. So I always go greedy. Always go for the greed. We're going to mill our Tearlament Kick Close, mill 2. We're going to send the Tearlament Kick Close. This is what we did in the last game. And we're just going to hope we get lucky milling 8 cards. Milling 8 additional cards. It's 10 cards to mill total. So we already milled 2 from the Tearlaments. Ooh, alright. It didn't hit anything. Didn't hit anything. So we are going to go into the Minerva. Minerva, send a single Lightsworn to the graveyard because we used our Supreme Seamare here. We're going to get the Raiden. Raiden, activate, send 2 to the graveyard, and now we're going to mill an additional 4. And now we're going to make IP Masquerena. Alright, we didn't hit too many of our Lightsworns here that summon themselves, so a little bit soft. And we do have one card in the deck that's pretty cool, and it is the level 7 Tuner Dragon that summons itself. Alright, Destrudo. Destrudo lets us make some synchro plays, but not today. Alright, opponent going. It's their turn. All we got is IP Masquerena and this Tearlaments Sulliek. Soul Resonator is here. We're going to activate the Sulliek. We're going to hope we get some lucky mills. We're going to shuffle our one Tearlament back into the deck to just increase our odds. Alright, we're going to try and increase the odds of milling a Tearlament to get a fusion summon. We got 17 cards in the deck. 18 cards with 2 Tearlament hits. We're going to send that Tearlament Cash Tier. We're going to mill 2. I believe. Milling 2. Okay, we hit a Fellis. Fellis is good. We needed that additional body for IP Masquerena to work. Opponent, with their Resonator summoning a Bone Archfiend, we're going to get rid of the bone. No bone for you. SP Little Nate, banish the Bone Archfiend. Opponent sends him back row. We successfully did it. We stopped him. We stopped him. Alright, Drawn Grief. That is just gold. Amazing. Activate Grief. Summon from the deck Shiren. Shiren goes to the graveyard, activates its effect. It was sent to the graveyard. Let's fusion summon. Make the Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart, clear one of the back rows. It is a Floodgate Trap Hole. Okay, that is bad. We don't want to get Floodgate Trapped Hold. We don't want our Kaleido Heart flip face down forever. So let's activate the Little Knight. We're going to banish the Soul Resonator. Banish our Tearlaments Kaleido Heart till end of turn. And we're going to dodge. No flipping face down for us. Let's go to battle. Hit opponent for 16. Main phase 2. Our boy comes back. And we got our negate with the Sulliek. And we got a spin. Opponent making a Cyber's Quantum Dragon. Go into battle. We're going to activate. We're going to activate opponent Fiendish Golem. What does this do? Targets a monster and banishes it. Okay. So we were going to Sulliek. Send this to the graveyard to negate this guy's effect. His effect doesn't matter. But we want to protect our Little Knight here. Send this guy to the graveyard. And he will summon himself again and send a Tearlament from our deck to the graveyard, which lets us fusion summon again. But opponent stopping us with the Fiendish Golem, trying to banish our Kaleido Heart. So let's dodge. SP Little Knight, dodge. Let him keep the Quantum Draw. Let him keep it. We're just going to keep our Little Knight on the field. They can have this back later. And we dodge. Opponent, Raigeki. Oh no, Raigeki, no, whatever will I do? Alright, this SP Little Knight, it was summoned with IP Masquerena, and it says a link monster used can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Alright, now you're probably thinking, hey, wait, these are extra URs. Everyone I've said, and every deck list I've looked at plays these 2 cards. So if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, you should have these 2 cards because every deck plays them. Alright, this is not a specific to this deck package. This is a package you can play in any deck. So I don't feel bad playing the SP Little Knight in the budget deck. We're going to negate the Quantum Dragon, and we are going to get back our Tearlament, and like I said, he sends a Shiren to the graveyard. He sends a monster from their field into the deck, and we are going to Fusion Summon with that Shiren. Fusion Summon into the Kikkalos. Kikkalos going to send to the graveyard our Havnus. Havnus going to fusion with monsters in the graveyard. We got that. Beautiful Swamp King getting that Rokalos, and that is lethal damage every Tearlament fusion on the field. It's beautiful. Alright, now you've seen every ultra rare that we're playing in the deck. Let's go on to the next game. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe. I'll have more quality content in the future. Also, deck list will be at the end of the video if you want to try this list out yourself. It is really fun. Tearlaments are really fun. Lightsworns are really fun. Opponent going first, playing back row deck. Alright, well, we're not going to give up just because of back row deck. We're going to summon our Tearlament Shiren. We're going to send to the graveyard 3 random cards and our Tearlament Havnus. Activate the Havnus. Activate the Solic. Let's get fusion in. Unfortunately, we don't have an Aqua in the graveyard, but we can add one to the hand. We can add the Kashtira Tearlaments to the hand with our lucky mill of the Solic, and that is going to let us fusion summon using the monster in hand. Very good sequencing there by me. Tearlament Kikkalos is here. Opponent Ash blossoming our Kikkalos. Alright. We've been stopped a little bit, maybe. Just a little bit stopped. But only that effect was negated. Let's normal summon and go into SP Little Knight. Yes, this card, every deck plays it, and this is why it's just so good. Opponent imperming us. This is fine. Alright, we're just going to let this go. We're going to activate Kikkalos. I can't believe they negated our SP Little Knight when it was just sitting there being innocent when a Kikkalos was right here. We're going to summon a Shiren. We're going to send the Kikkalos to the graveyard, and it is going to mill an additional 5 cards. Summoning a Wolf. We're going to summon the Exalted Lightsworn to get milling. Get milling even more. Activate the Weiss. Weiss is going to summon a Lightsworn from the graveyard that lets us pop the back row. And opponent doesn't want to see it. They don't want to see it anymore. They are cooked. Alright. I've got a very fun idea for a future video to talk about new Master Roll. Konami releases new Master Roll every 3 or 4 years, and we're hitting the timeline where it's almost been 4 years. It's time for a new Master Roll. So let's talk about it. And let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. Like I was saying, new Master Roll. Alright, what do you guys want to see in a new Master Roll? I'm going to talk about it in a future video. So if you got an opinion, alright, put it in the comments, and your opinion will be noted in the next video. Alright, important to leave your comments. We are accidentally activating, and this always happens. All right, Kashtira. All right, we milled. All right, and Tearlaments Kashtira is always like, hey, do you want to activate me? Do you want to activate me? Do you want to activate me? And sometimes we accidentally click yes. So I thought it got milled, but it actually was just in the hand zone. A big oops. This banishes our Tearlaments Grief from the hand, which we actually really wanted to send a Tearlament and fusion summon. So big misclick. On my part, my bad. Alright, hopefully we can recover. We're going to mill some more. We're normal summon Raiden. We got Fellas, we got Raiden. We got a bunch of stuff in the graveyard, including the Medora. We're going to Minerva. And that's alright, that's the end. Okay, we could have had a Tearlament fusion for free here. And that would have been an additional negate, more interaction. But I accidentally, and I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Alright. Opponent punishing me. Drawn with the pot. Time Tearing Morganite. Oh no, this is never a good sign. Whenever someone plays Time Tearing Morganite, it means we're in massive trouble. Opponent playing likely, very likely, alright, stun. It is likely stun, and there it is. Necro Valley is here. We got to clear the Necro Valley, otherwise our deck doesn't work. Luckily, we have a Lila in the hand, so we're not going to give up. Opponent Fairy Tail Luna adds a Luna to the hand. Once per turn, they can target a face-up monster, send it to the extra deck, unless we send a monster with that same name from our extra deck to the graveyard. So we have a second Minerva, so effect negated. Alright, we did it. Oh no, it's not once per turn. and they can just summon another one because of the time-tearing Morganite. They can just summon a normal summon again, and they can do it again. They're activating, and they are going to send it. And we only have one extra copy of Minerva, so Minerva is gone. Bad news for us. All right, Tearlament Cashier getting attacked. Opponent life hacking to boost their attack points. Pop in the Tearlament Cashier. Okay, well, I believe. All right, we got a Havness in the hand. We got a Lila in the hand. This Nibiru is probably never doing anything, but we can pop the Necro Valley. And at the end phase, Lila is going to summon monsters or mill monsters from our deck. And what are we doing here? We're giving them the turtle, all right, so that they don't have this Fairy Tale Luna on the field. We're giving them a turtle, all right. We just don't want them to have it. Let's end the turn. We get to mill randomly, hitting a Meta Noise. Okay, Meta Noise is going to let us get a Tearlament back to our hands, so we get the Tearlament's Kashtira, and we can activate it this time on purpose. We can banish one of our traps and get milling with the Tearlament's Kashtira. So this is not actually that bad. I think we may have a shot. But opponent is pot of greeting each turn, and they have 2 normal summons, and now they have Thunder King Ryo. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to give up. We're going to mill. They don't have Necro Valley anymore. Opponent super polying. This is actually fine. This is going to trigger our Tearlament again to mill an additional 2 cards. Opponent making a Mud Dragon of the Swamp. We are milling. We're going to mill some more. Hitting the Grief. Okay, that's not what we wanted. We wanted to hit one of our Tearlament names. So, not ideal. Opponent Thunder King Ryo is here, part 2. And we are getting beat down. Alright, we're getting beat down. But we're not going to give up until it's... Oh, no. Okay, Baguska. Alright, well, Baguska being here is a bit of a problem unless opponent summons one more time and we can Nibiru. Please, opponent, summon one more time. Yeah, they never do it. Alright. We got the Nibiru from the bundle. Hey, it's Destrudo. Destrudo, actually, pretty sweet card. Alright. But unfortunately, all our monsters are sent to defense mode and negated. So we're going to Destrudo. And Destrudo is a blocker. Alright, he has 3,000 defense. We're just going to leave him here. But opponent has a Crackdown. Crackdown steal Destrudo. Okay, well, we have Meta Noise. We can negate an effect. And we can send our Havness to the graveyard. And negate a monster, and if we negate properly, or sorry, flip a monster face down. I should have flipped down the Baguska. I don't know what I was thinking. Flipping down the Ryo. Ryo just says when you would special summon a monster, quick effect negate. So I guess if we'd summoned the Tearlament, they would have negated it. Yeah, we're gonna send Shiren, and we are mega boned here. We got the Kikkalos in defense mode, but it can't activate. And we are cooked. Alright, cooked myself in this one. That's why, you know, do you live by the Tearlaments Lightsworns? You die by the Tearlaments Lightsworns? Sometimes it's a skill issue. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. We get to go first this time. We got our Tearlament starter, Supreme Sea Mare, the budget Tearlament. Like I said with my budget decks, alright, if you have any of the ultra rares for this deck, just play them. You don't have to play triple Sea Mare. If you have a Tearlament's Rhino Heart, you can play that instead. And you're going to have to build the deck based on your collection. So I like to show kind of the most budgety version possible so that you know what cards you know what cards you can sub in if you don't have all the ultra rares. And if you do have some of the ultra rares, you get to play a better version than this. This is the floor. This is like the worst Tearlaments deck you can play that still functions. We hit Double Wolf. Love to see it. Love to see the Double Wolf summoning itself for free, giving us some additional summons, giving us the ability to make a Minerva. I played Lightsworn in Duel Links too. Lightsworn in Duel Links was sick. I don't even think we had Destrudo in Duel Links, at least not when I was playing. Destrudo, Synchro Summon a Michael, and why are we making Michael? Just because he does extra mills. Michael the Miller, alright? We can mill even more. And what we also could have, I didn't do this, but I could have used my Tearlament's Kashtira and made a Baronne. Baronne is also a card that's in every deck, so I got it in this list just because everyone can make Baronne. But you don't need to make it. You can make a Michael instead and get randomly milling. We also like to keep our Tearlaments on the field because we got this Tearlaments Meta Noise to negate. Opponent playing Yugioh. Alright, we got budget Lightsworn versus Yugioh. We're going to flip the Samsara Lotus face down. Opponent sort of dodging with Unchained Soul, although this doesn't get to activate now because opponents popped it. And it activates on field. So they got the Unchained Soul. They don't get flipped face down. They got a U-Bell in the hand, and they're shuffling. Alright, they're shuffling to do the Contact Fuse, making the Phantom U-Bell. Going into a Typhon Sky Crisis. All right, and every time, I've never seen anyone win with this card, all right? So is the opponent going to win with the Sky Crisis? We'll just have to find out. Opponent gets to send a card back to the extra deck. Sending Michael for some reason? He probably should have sent the Minerva, all right, but that's fine. Opponent setting Escape of the Unchained in the back row. Go into battle, all right, and they probably think they can negate this effect. Okay, Minerva has an effect when it's destroyed by battle. We can send the top 3 cards of the deck to graveyard and then destroy cards on the field up to the number of Lightsworns. Opponent probably thinks they can negate that with Phantom of Yugioh, but this destruction happens in the damage step, and this effect can't activate in the damage step. Why? Just that's the way Konami decided the game works, I guess. So opponent not able to activate this Phantom Yugioh. We mill 3, we do hit a Lightsworn, we pop the Phantom, we hit a Soliak, we get to add a Shyren to the hand, and opponent, they got no more plays. They can't summon anymore because they summoned this Typhon Sky Crisis. They can't summon again, so even if they have another 2 Yubels in the hand, they cannot make a second Phantom of Yubel. So we know they have a pop, they got the Star Slayer, and they got 1 mystery back row. Let's draw. Alright, let's draw. Let's activate Shyren. We're going to send this Lightsworn to the graveyard. We're going to mill 3, hitting a Weiss. Weiss going to summon the Fellis. We're going to pop the Star Slayer. Opponent called by the grave to pop our Fellis. Are we cooked? Are we cooked? Well, we got a Mudora. We got 1 Mudora the Explorer. Mudora gonna dodge the finger. Love this gameplay. Alright, we're gonna shuffle our Tearlaments back in the deck so we can mill them again. And opponent, Grave Squirmer, just summoning itself and then popping itself. I don't know why opponent does that. Right, opponent just flailing. They're flailing about. They're like, I want to activate a Chain Link 3. I don't want to activate Chain Link 2. I want to activate Chain Link 4. Let's mill randomly. Let's normal summon Raiden, mill more randomly some more. Make Minerva, send Lightsworn to our graveyard, get Fellis. Fellis summons itself for free. Send banish 4 Lightsworns to mill 4 cards. Summon an additional Fellis. Exe into Minerva. Minerva mill more. You can always mill more. And there it is, Tearlaments Havness with 1 card left in the deck. Fusion summon. Kaleido Heart. Spin this Escape of the Unchained away. We got 10,000 damage, turning this Kashtira to attack mode, and that is lethal damage versus Yubel. Yubel fully cooked by budget Tearlaments. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, on to the next game. We get to go first. We got some Solar Recharging in the hand. We got Tearlaments Havness. Let's get recharging. We're going to send and mill 2. And we draw 2. Pot of Greed plus mill 2. That's pretty good. Raiden is here. It's not quite Pot of Greed. We do have to discard a card. Let's randomly mill with Raiden. Hitting our Tearlaments Fusion Summon. And hitting a Lightsworn Wolf. Alright, we are cooking. We are hitting all the mills. And we are cooking. Tearlaments Kiklos is here. Wolf is here. Let's send to the graveyard the Kashtira, get milling some more. Really looking to hit our Destrato. Summon the Kashtira. Mill with the Tearlament. Mill with the Tearlament Kashtira. That's another mill 8. Get milling. Hitting a Felis. Hitting a Weiss. Get to summon 2 more bodies. Now this deck gets amazingly more powerful the more ultra rares you can shove in your extra deck. So we're playing all budget. We only have a couple of generic ultra rares. Mostly playing some SRs. Minerva gets to send 2, sending our last Wolf, triggering our Warrior to mill an additional 2 cards. Get the Wolf on field. Exe summon Minerva. Minerva's here. And should have summoned Minerva in the extra monster zone. Why? Because it would have been better. Alright. Milling again some more. Activating, getting back the Tearlaments Shyren, which we can summon to the field. And this is why we should have summoned this in the extra monster zone. Because now we randomly milled our Destrato, but we can't summon it on the field presently. Because our Tearlaments Shyren, our field is full. Alright? And what we really want to do is summon this and make a 10. So we're going to get a little bit lucky here. Fusion summon. A Rokolos. Getting our mills. And we're going to make Dugaras. Dugaras just to clear up some space. But unfortunately we cannot activate the effect of Destrato here because we need to have a level 4 on field And we could link away some stuff, but we're giving up, you know, bodies on our board. And that's why, like, field placement's really important. If we'd summon Minerva or other Minerva in extra monster zone, we could have linked away to make some extra space. And that probably would have left us with a better end board than this. I feel like, you know, even though we got negate, we got negate summon, we're still kind of, you know, we could have been better. All right. And that, again, skill issue. All right. Skill issue. Opponent playing second, but they are also playing Tearlaments, and they're not playing budget. All right, they got all the ultra rares. They got Scream, they got Rhinoheart, and they're milling. And they're sending Shiren, milling 3. They're also playing the nonsense. All right, the nonsense Horus cards. We're gonna negate the summon. Opponent summoning Kashtira, banishing, activating to mill. We're only gonna negate the effects that fusion summon. Okay, opponent milling more cards randomly. Getting a Shiren back to the hand. We got the droplet we can save, and we got the Omni negate with Tearlaments Crime. Opponent milling some more. Milling one of their King Sarcophaguses. Okay, so one less Sarcophagus in the deck. Opponent making a Verte. Okay, Verte is here. Now, I have the option of negating with droplet or crime. The advantage of holding the droplet is if opponent has more summons in the hand, then we can negate and reduce multiple monsters with the droplet, whereas our crime can only negate one thing. So I'm gonna crime here. Probably a mistake, but you never know. All right, we're gonna stop their super poly with the crime, not with the droplet. Maybe this was a mistake. Opponent, last card is King Sarcophagus, meaning they get to fully set up Horus Engine. Wish I had crime. I wish I had crime, but you know their last card is another King Sarcophagus. So maybe this was fine. We're going to droplet here. We're going to reduce. But even though we reduce their attack, the King Sarcophagus is still going to let them send. So our Rokolos is not safe. Opponent sending the Minerva instead, because Rokolos would have come back. Exiting the Zombie Vampire. This is another ultra rare, all right, that we can't play. And milling a bunch and stealing our Supreme Sea Mare. That really hurts. All right, that we couldn't respond with the Medora, because that is all part of one effect. It mills and summons. You don't get an opportunity to respond. We get to add Havness to the hand, but opponent stole our Sea Mare. They get to send Havness. They get to fusion summon, and we're looking pretty cooked now. Opponent gets to get back their King Sark. Oh. We can shuffle it away, stop the summon, but opponent gets to activate King Sark each turn, and they got 2 more back row. They get back their Shiren to the hand, and I think we're fully cooked, but we can keep trying. We gotta skip our drop phase because of Dugares. Opponent Tearlaments Meta Noise, flipping the Rokolos face down in response to the activation of the Grief, and then they get to send a Shiren and fusion summon. They got 2 Shirens. That's not even fair. Your mom lets you have 2 Shirens. Not even cool. Our mom only lets us have 1 Shiren, because we're playing budget. Fusion summon. Opponent making a Kiklos. And opponent gonna mill some more. We're gonna fusion summon also. The cooler summon. Make Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart gets spinning. Try and spin the Kiklos, but it's gonna activate and fusion summon itself away. And opponent negating with Sulliek. So I think we're pretty much cooked here. We got 5 cards left in the deck. We're pretty much out of gas. Having milled the entire deck to the graveyard. Opponent playing all the ultra rares. They got Horus Engine coming back. We're gonna keep believing. We can fusion summon again, but opponent negating, and our monsters their attacks reduced because of the Tearlaments Scream. So sad days for budget Tearlaments against non-budget Tearlaments, but you know that's just the budget of life. Sometimes someone has a higher budget than you, and they negate everything you do, and they summon Horus Engine. So Horus Engine, you know, seems like an okay include in the Tearlaments deck. Both things like having a lot of cards in the graveyard, and Horus is just really powerful recursive engine. So definitely something you can include if you have it. Opponent gonna start sending our cards. We got a Fearless, but we got no cards left in the deck. So opponent just has to pass turn and we lose. Instead, they're shuffling our card back into the deck, so maybe they forget to attack, and we have one more shot. Or maybe opponent times out. Or we're not gonna give up just because we're clearly dead. But it looks like opponent remembered to attack. All right, looks like that's gonna be the end of us and the end of budget Tearlaments. Let's go on to the deck list. All right, here is the budget deck. Like I said, Tearlaments, Lightsworn, just extremely fun. The random mills, I love it. We're going to go through one card by card. Effect failure from the bundle. It's free, doesn't count. We got triple King of the Swamp to do our fusion summoning. You could also play the other substitute fusion monsters, so you don't have to play King of the Swamp if you don't want to. We got Ash Blossom at 1 from the bundle. We got 1 Havness. We got 2 Lilas. We got a Gyroth. Not sure about the Gyroth, honestly. You could probably play any other random Lightsworn over this one. We got 2 Wolves. We got 2 Raidens. Raiden was pretty clutch in a lot of games, actually. Might want to bump up the Raiden instead of having a Gyroth as an additional name. We got 2 Fellas. We got triple of the Sea Mare, our budget Rhino Heart. If you have Rhino Heart, play Rhino Heart over the Sea Mare. Alright, it's literally just better. We got Shiren. We got the Mudora. We got triple of the Weiss. We got the Destrudo. We got Tearlaments Kastura. We got the Gamisiel. We got Nibiru. We got Polymerization. We got triple Solar Recharge. We got Pot of Prosperity. We got Tearlaments Grief ×3. This card's really good in budget Tearlaments. We got Forbidden Droplet. We got the Imperm. We got the Meta Noise. We got the Crime, and we got the Sulliak, and like I said, the 3 Ultra Rares we're playing. Tearlaments Shiren, we got in the extra deck, Rokolos, and the Kaleido Heart. Alright, everything else, all the other Ultra Rares are optional, you play what you have. Like I said, I'm playing SP Little Knight, IP Masquerena, just because every deck can play these. We got a lot of bodies we can make. It's just good interaction, but you can play whatever Ultra Rares you want that fit into the deck. In the extra, we got Kiklos, we got Dragos Pelia, Rokolos, Kaleido Heart, Michael, the Arch Lightsworn, Yazi, Samurai Destroyer. I never summoned either of these. You can swap them for anything. Better level 7s. Better anything. Alright, we got Minerva. We got Baronne. We got Minerva again. We got Dugares. IP. We got SP Little Knight. Deck was really fun. Like I said, if you're watching this, make sure to send me your ideas for Master Rule 6. We'll be talking about Master Rule 6 in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed Budget Tearlaments Lightsworn. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night.